Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Well, it is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, Throwback Thursday as we continue our growth series as we are now at the end of the month of April 2026 and moving along our second quarter nicely, moving into the month of May. So if you're getting results or not getting all the results that you're looking for, well, you still have time to do a regroup, a revamp at the end of the month to see exactly what you've done right and what didn't go so well. So you can kind of measure your business and kind of see which way you've gone, and then are you using the correct tools to build your business with? And so this is going to be a good way. We're going to measure some things and talk about some things today in this topic. So let's get started. So we're talking about today, as I was doing my growth series for the month of April, and we talk about growing your business through marketing campaigns in the second quarter of the year. And a lot of people have been asking all my clients. We're, of course, Global Touch Enterprise. We're a web design and marketing company, a technology company, of course, and assisting entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine. So we have a great way of putting some systems in place which save yourself time, energy, and money, and also understanding the marketing campaigns that you can run day by day, as well as making sure that you understand the 5 P's of marketing, which is all about the product, the price, the people, the place, and the promotion. Well, you can reverse all of those P's in the way you want, but it's all about the people first. Then you got your the people, the price, the product, the price, the place, and your promotion. Your promotion is going to be your most effective way of really reaching out and getting the message out in the marketplace consistently and daily. If you're not doing this consistently, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be behind the curve because today, notice everybody's putting out information on a regular basis. This is why we have what we call in season, out of season, or that we call .io, input, output. What you put in, you want to make sure you want to continue to get out. So growing your business in the second quarter, quarter two, April, May, and June, requires transitioning from your first quarter. Planning to activate high traction campaigns that leverage spring trends and prepare for the summer. But as the first major game on period of the year, quarter two, ladies and gentlemen, is critical for establishing momentum. And that's what we want to do, build up your momentum. Getting the buzz out, getting people to know exactly what product and service you have, the promotions that you're going to be running, how it's going to benefit them as a servant leader. That's what we are. So I'm going to share with you some key strategies here to grow your business through the second quarter, marketing campaigns based on 2026 insights that's going on today. And we talk about executing seasonal aligned campaigns. When you talk about executing seasonally aligned campaigns, quarter two is packed with opportunities to launch targeted campaigns based on consumer behavior. So spring refresh is basically a key point because we're in the springtime. We want to focus on rejuvenation, outdoor activities, and home improvements. This is always going to be the case for those who are in those industries that people are promoting and putting out there today. This is also an income tax season. So the end of the income tax season, some people may got some extensions, of course, or requested some extensions for those who have got opportunities to get a return back this year, 2026. So, and for those who have not and you owed IRS, then of course, there you are. So you want to have gift-heavy holidays, basically from May and June. You want to target Mother's Day, which is May 11th. Graduation season is here. And we also have Father's Day with gift guides, bundles, and personalized offers that you want to make. The more offers you have, ladies and gentlemen, the stronger you get. But you have to have the correct offers based on the season. And that's why we say and execute seasonally aligned campaigns. What's going on right now? We ending April, going into May again. Graduation season, Mother's Day. Then we have Father's Day coming up after that. So you want to personalize all your offers around these things. We have Memorial Day weekend, which is in May. You want to also launch sales that bridge the gap into summer, offering early bird specials. You can do discounts. You can do seasonal items. All of these things will be impactful for your growth. Now, if you're a product business, this will be a booming thing for you. Even if you're a service business, it's also a booming thing for you, or if you have both. Now, having an internet-based business, again, all marketing campaigns that you do, all efforts must be pointed directly back to your website. I'm going to say that again. All marketing campaign efforts must be pointed directly back to your website. And then you got to have the CTA, call to action, what you want them to do. See, so you want to promote, but have your homepage a promotional page where people can see the offers that you have. This will give them some insights to what you have running on your website, and also give them an opportunity to participate and give you feedback. So you want to shift to connected marketing systems that's going to work for you, that's going to help you grow, and that's going to get you repeat business down the road. So you want to move away from one-offs. We don't do those one-offs. Disconnected campaigns to a connected system where your channels support each other to drive engagement. So whatever channels you're using, social media, your website, search engines, all of these systems, you want to make sure, these channels, you want to make sure that they're all in sync one with the other. Consistency is the key, though. And this is why you have to do this daily. And I share this with all my clients that I'm building websites for and I'm doing marketing campaigns with, that this has to be done daily. Why do you think they charge so much to do this type of work? And why we have AI now assisting us on reference to that, agents going out there, sending out information, doing the campaigns on our behalf, putting the content together, creating the content, and posting the content on your pages. Well, this is the system we have. These are just tools, though. But in order to be successful today, you got to know how to use these tools. So you want to go multi-channel. And I've been sharing this for years about going multi-channel. So you want to use a combination of social media, email marketing, and paid ads to reinforce your message. On social media, you can place an ad there. You got the marketplace and Facebook. You got Instagram, where you can do that. You got TikTok, of course. And you got LinkedIn, and you got Fanbase, which I love Fanbase. So your layered digital ads that you're going to be placing, ladies and gentlemen, you can use Google Performance Max for reach, YouTube for engagement, which we have a YouTube channel here. You can like and subscribe to my channel, of course, and demand generational for people to get a chance to see what you have that's relevant for them in the marketplace. Being relevant is key, though. If you don't have anything that's relevant for today or as a trend today that's updating or enhancing someone's life, then you kind of need to get back to the basics and get back to the drawing board from there. So you want to demand gen to find new customers. You want to basically use your AI tool for that. Marketing is not just sending out information, though, ladies and gentlemen. It is also about collecting data, getting feedback, utilizing your forms on your website for them to fill out, for them to reply and respond to you on social media, as well as on the search engines. You know, you can put videos on Google now on your listing. So all of these tools, again, your maps, your Google ads, and also your Google reviews. Google reviews is key. If you don't have that properly placed and you don't have it set up, you're losing out on opportunities that you can gain. So you want local SEO and visibility is going to be your key. For service businesses such as myself, update your Google business profile. You want to post regularly and run local ads as consumers return outdoors. Since it's going to be warm, it's going to be hot. Summertime is coming around, so everybody's going to be out and about. But make sure that your website is mobile friendly. Again, I share this with everybody. As a web designer, and basically a development coach. My focus is to help all of you all to make sure that you guys have the right proper presence where people can basically connect to you directly through their cell phone. And mobile friendly device and mobile friendly websites basically gives you an opportunity to do just that. It also enhances your visibility. It also gets them to do it right now on time, so you don't have to wait. Nobody's going to wait to get home to get to their laptop or desktop computer to reply or do something or purchase. They can do it directly from their device. We carry the phones with us everywhere. Some people even sleep with them on a regular basis. So if you don't have mobile marketing campaigns put together, then you're also missing out on an opportunity of growth here as well. Okay. So you want to leverage 2026 marketing trends for this year. As I started at the beginning of the year, January of this year, we were talking about that as we was closing out 2025, now and moving into 2026. But now let's think about 2027. But we still got some months left in the year. We got, of course, a lot of things happening this year that has never happened before. We got the midterms coming up in November. We want to make sure that we mobilize and get our voices heard, that everybody go out and vote. Please do so. It's just a quick nip on that. Okay, but you want to modernize your approach to meet changing consumers and AI behaviors. Now, if you haven't used AI recently or haven't used it in a while, ladies and gentlemen, my suggestion is get familiar with it. You got ChatGPT, you got Claude, you got a lot of different ones too. You got Gemini with Google, and Google controls a lot of that stuff through AI now, and a lot of the AI is doing most of the work on the Google search engines. That's why we have what we call GEOs along with SEOs. So our generative engine optimization, which is controlled by AI, gives us the answers to what the questions are that people are searching for and looking for. Our SEOs is basically AdWords, keywords, and things of that nature, the traditional way we do it to get visibility and get to be known. But now we have the GEO. So if we're not understanding the AI focus on that, then again, you're missing out on an opportunity here. So you want to focus on first-party data as privacy laws tighten, of course, which is okay. You want to use your own email list and customer data to target audience rather than relying on third-party data. Organically, you want to get your own. This is where your forms come out on your website for them to fill out. Also, questions that you want to ask, probing questions, and then to kind of get feedback from them based on those who have made purchases through your company, who have done business with you before. You want to kind of get them to give you some feedback in reference to that. And then you want to do the follow-ups. Fortune is in the follow-up. So if you follow up with your existing customers and you continue to showcase and share with them what you're doing in the marketplace currently, that'll get the word out to others around them that you don't know, that they can share and that they can also visit you directly on your website. And you want to have something to be easy to reply back to in real time. This is where AI chatbots come in at. This is where we basically use AI to help us generate the responses that if that was exactly our responses based on our personality, who we are. And based on the business information that is collected, that the knowledge base that you give your AI will give them an opportunity to answer as if it was you. Okay, so you want to embrace AI for efficiency, not strategy, because efficiency is the key. So you want to use AI to generate content variations like headlines and social posts, and optimize ad send times so that way it can be effective in your daily approach. But keep strategy, brand voice, and creative oversight human-led. Always do that, because if it seems like it's robotic or it's engineered in a way that's kind of like not human, then people are going to read through that and say, oh, well, you're not caring about me because you got this going on. You notice when we had those those robotic calls that come into us on our phones and how we hate those. Same principle rule apply here. You want to basically use human based led campaigns when it comes to sending out information through AI. So you want to prioritize your video content. Now, this piece of the puzzle right here is what I want you guys to stick a pin at, because this is going to get you over the hump. If you are stuck in a system that you've put together that seems like it's not going anywhere at the moment, what do you want to do about your video? So you want to produce short form videos, 30 to 60 seconds, for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts to increase engagement. Believe it or not, YouTube Shorts is blowing up a lot of ways. I use it a lot. I notice my content is more visible and people are engaging and people are viewing it as well. And so they're looking at the content that I'm putting out here, helping you build a solid business utilizing your own unique personality and your own unique way of how you conduct yourself in the marketplace. But again, as a servant leader, because that's what our goal is to serve a need. What problems are we solving in the marketplace? Are you a good problem solver? Do you have something that's going to benefit others as well as yourself? And then how many people are you sharing this with consistently? So these are the things that we talk about that we must do in order to do that. So when you produce videos, your videos have to be, of course, not only short, but pointing to the point. What is the message that you're sending out here in your video? And what are you saying that's going to be relevant, that's going to grab attention of your people that you target marketing? And also your audience. How often do you get a chance to talk with them on a regular basis where they can listen and tune into you so that way they can see exactly what it is you got going on? And also getting feedback, interaction. And then are you posting your videos everywhere? You can never have too much exposure. I'm going to say that again. You can never have too much exposure, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we do this daily. This is why we stay focused, we stay direct, and we make sure that we're keen on what it is we want to do as far as sending out a particular message or information about our company and about our business and what we do. So you want to build trust signals. So you want to showcase your customer reviews, which again, Google reviews is where it's at. If you have it on your website, you're doing great. If you don't have it on your website, you need to do it now. Google reviews is where people go through to see, well, that builds your trust because you're getting feedback, testimonials, you got case studies to reduce customer risk and shorten the sales cycle. And basically, this gives people an opportunity to take a deep dive and look at exactly how you're handling the general public. Are you not replying to them? Are you not interacting? And are you not giving good quality customer service? I've been saying this for years that if you give good quality customer service, ladies and gentlemen, in your business, you'll have a repeat business consistently. I have clients that I've had since I started my company, Global Touch Enterprise, back in 2008. Here it is now, 2026. 18 years later, I still have the same accounts and clients today. Why? Because I'm able to help them as we evolve and grow together. See, when you deal with interaction with people, it's about the growth mechanism side that I look at. That's most important to me because if they're growing, I'm growing. If I'm growing, they're growing. Why? Because I'm sending them the same information to help them grow as I grow. It's a win-win across the board. I don't do win-lose. Only win-win scenarios. So basically, I've been sharing these things that it's been consistency, though. It's all about consistency, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to optimize the customer journey. Now, in quarter two, we talk about what is really relevant, Ed. I did quarter one. Quarter one was a good thing. It happened. And I had good success in the first quarter of the year. Now we're in the second quarter, April, May, and June. Now we out of getting ready the last day of April, going into the month of May. What is my quarter two looking like now that I finished the first month of the second quarter? Well, quarter two is an ideal time to improve what happened after a customer clicked to maximize your revenue. Understanding what your commitment levels are with your customers, with your clients, and so forth. And also the return on your investment, your ROI. Are you getting it? And then what is your CRO looking like? When I say CRO, I'm talking about your conversion rate optimization. So you want to test new landing page layouts, simplify your checkout processes, and improve mobile experience to turn visitors into buyers. That's basically what it's all about when you talk about CRO. So basically, if I'm doing it right and I'm doing some tests, I'm checking out my pages, understanding what I need to simplify the checkout process so it don't be long and lengthy. Because again, mobile friendly is where it's at on your website. If it's mobile friendly and you have the items that you want them to purchase that's available to them, you should know your inventory, you should know what's selling, what's not selling, and you should have a measure test as to see exactly what's going to be relevant in the marketplace that's going to set a trend for you and your business, and making sure that you optimize it to a way that's going to give you a good return down the road. Now, it may start off slow in the beginning, but it picks up later as it continues to share and give that information out. And this is why conversion rate optimization, CRO, is important. So you want to have retargeting efforts so you can finish up where you left off, meaning that you'll re-engage visitors who didn't convert in the first quarter with targeted ads showing what they viewed. You want to bring them back again and retarget that audience again in quarter two with the updated version. Now that we in the springtime, and now we're going to be rallying around these events of what's happening, Mother's Day and all that, so we can basically engage them again and reactivate them, and so that way they can see exactly what we have to offer. We don't just, because they didn't buy that time, we just drop them like a bad habit. No, you pick them up and you revisit them again, because it may not have been that particular time for them to buy at this point, but now maybe it might be the right time, especially if it's something that they want, need, and can afford. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you only satisfy have three things in the marketplace. It's what people want, need, and can afford. You satisfy these three things, you can be successful. So you want to nurture leads with emails. Email marketing is still powerful today. I don't know why people don't think so, but I am a believer that if you do this right, and we talk about automation, we talk about building up our funnel, we're talking about AI, putting it in place. We talk about generating leads through our websites, doing marketing campaigns through our website, all of the different things and tools we have at our disposal that we should be implementing day by day and getting the information out. Hey, y'all check this out. Your QR codes, if you're using that for marketing campaigns on your digital flyers or flyers in general, your business cards, whatever you got, your marketing materials, period, should revert to that pointing back to your website. So you want to implement automated welcome series and personalized nurturing sequences to move prospects down the funnel. That's why nurturing your email list, when people fill out your form on your website, they're putting in their information. This is organically, you got data, you're collecting data. That's why it's important for them to fill it out on your website. You don't have to pay nobody, you don't have to go through third party, and you got all these companies out here trying to get your business, to give you business, which to me, I'm like, I can generate my own business if I do it the way, because whatever they're doing, I'm going to do that and then some. It's over 340 million people in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Once you are internet-based and you have a website, you are now not only, you can do it nationwide, locally, nationally, but you can also be international with it. And this gives you a power that you would never have had we not had this internet thing going on since the 1980s. Think about that. The old snail mail would still be in effect. We wouldn't do emails. A lot of the old traditional stuff that we had back then, now we can do much quicker. Reach more people. Interact and engage with more folks. Case in point, my YouTube channel. All of the things that we do, when you go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.com, you go to my website, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see everything that I do. You can Google me. Google Global Touch Enterprise. Google Edward Peterson Jr. You can Google me. All the information pops up about me. Yeah. So you want to have a Q2 planning checklist. If you didn't have it in the beginning of the month of April, I will recommend now you would want to do that as we start the month of May, moving into the second month of the second quarter. And every 90 days, we do a 90-day run, ladies and gentlemen, where we can do this effectively and put in position ourselves where we can continue to measure and grow. And this is how we build the momentum from the second quarter. So analyze Q1. You want to evaluate your KPIs, your sales, web traffic, conversion rates to see what worked and also what didn't work. You get that too. You want to define your SMART goals. You know what SMART means: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals for Q2. You want to audit your digital presence. Wow. You want to refresh images. You want to product descriptions and SEO keywords. You want to update that. And then you want to allocate budget. Reserve 20% of your budget for experimental campaigns and 80% for proven channels that you know works. And once you do this, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you got it. And this keeps you focused on a whole nother level as we reach now, continuing the second quarter, completing the second quarter of the year 2026. So are you energized? Are you engaged? Are you excited about the possibilities of you growing to the next level? Building your momentum in your business, using your tools that we have, and getting organically the customers that we want to have and grow into and helping them. And it's, again, win-win scenario. And I always use what I call the win formula. What's important now? If it's important for Ed to do it, Ed is going to do it. If it's not, I don't touch it. Simple and plain. So it's all about how we're building and becoming wise master builders. If you're building your business correctly, ladies and gentlemen, you will win. If you're not, back to the drawing board. But that gives you an opportunity to really measure and maximize the moment that you have in front of you. By talking and helping people get what they want, you're automatically going to get what you want. What I call the PHP effect. People helping people. Period. That's why we have communities. That's why we have these movements going on, these marches. Oh, and oh, behold. You'll see it coming up. It's going to come around again. And let me tell you, once you get this down, ladies and gentlemen, you will have the best year this year, 2026, than you had before. So with that, I want to thank everyone for this opportunity to share for this edition of G.T.E Pro Network Podcast in our growth series. I'm again Ed Peterson. So you can go to our website, check us out at globaltouchenterprise.com, and let me know what you think. Go to our YouTube channel too. At Edward Peterson Jr. You can go to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, of course. And, of course, we'll have more content coming up as we get into the month of May. And we'll have our special guests and other people on the show to talk about their businesses and what they've done to continue to grow and use the gifts and talents that they have for the betterment of mankind. So with that, you guys have to keep the faith. And always, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to keep building your dream. Peace out.